So, are you enjoying the summer so far, even though it's been 3 days?
Well, I did enjoy Memorial Day yesterday, so yeah, I think I have some plans, and part of my plans are to really take some time to relax.
I 3 more weeks, and I can actually relax, and I'm excited. Got a cruise
Mhm.
in the future, looking forward to that.
Oh, I wonder where.
Well,
Ooh, I wonder with whom.
it's to the Caribbean, and it's shockingly on a Disney cruise line.
No.
I know,
What?
shocker. You would've been really shocked if I'd have said, "Oh, it's on the Carnival."
Oh, I would've been floored, actually.
Yeah, I would not go on
I would've said,
Carnival.
"Who
That will
who
not
tricked you?
happen. No,
Where
no
is Daniel
shame.
Brough? Because this is not him."
Yeah,
Yeah.
no shame on Carnival,
Of
just
course
not
not.
my cup of tea, not my cup of tea.
Backstage with Brough. Yeah, we're live. Backstage with Brough. Come on in.
Welcome back to a special summer episode of Backstage with Brough. Today we're going to talk with Erika McGhee and all that goes into picking a musical here at Union High School. Today on this special Backstage with Brough, we are joined with the one and only Erika
Woo!
McGhee. The school year is officially over. Memorial Day just happened. We're going to fast track this episode so it's not like July 4th and this comes out and
Yeah.
everybody's going,
What?
okay, this July 4th just happened. So it's been a month ago. So with that, that kind of means that we have chosen our musical. So I thought it would be fun to get you on the podcast and let's like dive into kind of what goes into picking a musical. We kind of know from the videos what goes into making a musical,
Yeah.
but I don't think we've ever talked about what goes into actually picking the show and all the things that go into that
Well,
and trying to keep it secret.
I'm glad to be here, and of course we can talk about it
This will be one of many probably that you're on.
to a certain extent.
Well, that's fair. That's fair.
That was an addition to the last segment I just made. We can talk about it to a certain extent, but I can tell you all that I can tell you.
That's right, because some of it's insider secrets,
Some
right?
of it's insider
Ooh,
secrets.
ooh. Okay, so as I said, this is a special musical episode. We're gonna talk about as much as we can about picking the musical and kind of how we reveal it, and also the struggles. The struggles are so real when
The
it comes to
struggle,
trying to keep it secret.
it's so real. I still say someone leaked it, but
I Well, and just the kids, they're always so there's 2 specifically, and they probably won't listen to this podcast,
maybe
which is
not.
fine, but if you are, you know who you are. They are like the great mouse detectives, another
The
Disney
kids are
throwback.
clever.
Any little detail, they will pick up on any little thing and just over examine that and make it into
They
something.
will, but I will say this about, the kids and the excitement that they have around musical really does make it amazing for me. I mean, that's one of the reasons I love it so much is because they are excited for it, and so, like, I would rather have them trying to figure out what it is and picking up clues and creating clues from anything, from a color that you're wearing, to the opposite of, like, not really caring what shows we do, so I will take it. The excitement is just so fun to play the cat and mouse game of, like, I know what it is, and you're trying to figure out what it is, but,
Yeah.
it's fun.
Well, and this was the first year I actually got to be present for the reveal of it, which was kind of fun.
Mhm.
Because I know last year we did the video and you were in the Shrek costume and we had the swamp thing, and I almost killed Ariana because I tried to do like a low lying fog and it did not work. And
Oh,
the fog machines were,
yeah,
yeah, it was bad.
yeah.
But, it worked. The
Sorry.
kids were, sorry, Ariana.
Yeah.
But the kids enjoyed it. But no, it was fun because we'll get into this a little bit later, but I mean, the kids thought that the musical was SpongeBob, so you had the idea of throwing a little bait and switch in there
Mhm.
and showing SpongeBob at the beginning, and then, of course, we moved on to what we'll talk about soon, the upcoming all-school musical.
Yeah.
So I guess one question I have is how early on in the year do you start thinking about, "Hey, what musical are we gonna do?"
I don't think I'm ever not thinking about the next show, but I get serious about trying to pick one about January. is when it gets really serious because we have to pick early because of contracts and just all the things. But around January is when we kind of start tossing around some ideas just here and there. Oh, maybe this, maybe that, And I do try to have the selection made by May, but it's a whole process that goes into it. So, yeah, I'm always thinking, like I'm already 2 shows ahead with just a short list of
Right.
possibilities.
Okay, so you said that there's a whole process.
Mhm.
Take us through what that is.
Okay, first of all, you have to know your community. So our community is accustomed to what we do and who we are. Union Theater, it's a big spectacle. We have lots of kids involved. Our show is an all school musical, so it includes grades from third grade up to 12th grade. Our audiences are family friendly. And we do things big here. And so we have to consider that. Also, we have a live orchestra, and we like to keep our kids involved in that. And not every show is all the things. Not every show is family friendly, has a place where you can use littles, has a live orchestra, or we can use a live orchestra on it, and where there's a large ensemble. And so those are the main things. And then you have to kind of look at who your cast is going to be and look at the kids that you have in the program and say, do we have possibilities of kids fulfilling those roles? Is this show gonna be the right show for this group of kids? And that's the next thing. And so with those parameters, our show selection is not huge when we think about it.
Yeah.
Especially we've been doing musicals for, I don't know, 25, 30 years, and we don't really like to repeat often. And here we go, like, we just repeated Shrek, and that was 12 years.
Is that the first show we repeated?
I believe since I've been here, and this is my 18th year, that's the first musical we've repeated.
That's actually crazy to think about
Yeah.
that we have been able to find enough of a variety to
Mhm.
not have to repeat. And but there's I
Yeah.
mean, there's some great ones that we've done, and there's also some that we've done that it's like, "Whoa, that's gonna be a that's
Uh-huh.
gonna be a challenge to ever do again,"
Again,
because it
yeah.
takes that special cast. I think of Les Mis and stuff, like, I mean, that was a special cast, like, you're like, "Okay, this is, like, the one time we can do
Yeah.
this."
And sometimes also, like, that goes into it, you have these particular people that could do this show, and you go, "We gotta do it now." So, sometimes the kids would dictate which show is chosen. But the process is, like, I have a short list of shows, and, there's one person that, his opinion and what he thinks and his expertise is very valuable, and that's, Scott, the he's the first person that I go to and I go, "What do you think?" And the kids may not know, but Scott has been in several shows. He was
Yeah, I think he said that this will be his 20th if he comes back this year or something
yeah.
like that,
But
so
even as a performer,
yeah.
he's performed in so many shows too as a kid, but yes, he's also a music director, so many musicals, and,
Well, and he's acted on that stage
yes,
as
he
well, so
has.
it's really cool and
Yeah.
crazy and
Yeah, so I think he's the first person that I really talked to about serious considerations is, Scott, to see what he
yeah.
thinks.
Yeah, when the kids ask me, I ultimately tell them it doesn't really matter to Brian nor I, because McGee's gonna pick the musical that she sees as the best, and we're going to make it happen no matter what. Okay, you said you've usually got, what, 1 or 2 shows kinda on the back
On the
burner,
back
just kinda
burner.
sizzling. Now, I know for this year, we had kinda one show picked. I'm not
Mhm.
gonna say said show in case we do it. Frozen is the show we're
Yeah.
doing that was revealed. How late in the process did Frozen kinda come on? Because I remember coming into your office one day and you were like, "Hey, I kinda am thinking about this," which that
Mhm.
was kind of I didn't even think that was on the radar.
You know, it really wasn't, but I always try to be open for just, like, what's out there and what could work and what could be fun, and I also wanna make sure like, I wanna pick a show that the kids will want to do, not that they would not do whatever we selected, but I want them to be excited because the shows are a lot of work. They take a lot of time. And the more excited you have, the more excited the cast is, then the whole process is just better. So I don't really know if there was one thing, if I saw a title, I'm not really sure what made me say, you know what? We did the junior show 4 years ago at for Middle School Musical, and I think it kind of was not on the radar, but I must have seen something and I thought, that was the junior show. It was also our COVID show
Oh, I
because
didn't know that. I guess
that
that
was
makes, yeah.
we had it in 2021 and we waited until the last part of the school year. It was the only musical we did in May, and I will never do a show in May again ever. It was crazy. And so I thought,
Yeah.
you know what? We could make this really grand here. And I thought if the cast that we have, the kids in top and rep, and the kids that are excited about musical, even choir kids, I thought we could make it work. And so I just think it's going to be so fun. We've gotten a lot of great feedback.
Yeah, well, it's funny because I feel like this is one of those musicals, especially for the kids right now. This is kind of a generational show for them. They kinda grew up with the movie, so this is kinda, like, right into their
Kind of.
wheelhouse and
I think for them it's almost like revival because, like,
yeah.
kids younger than them grew up with the movie. So I actually didn't know if they would be excited about it because I'm like, well, they're kinda, like, not in the Frozen generation, but it was kinda like Shrek. I didn't know Shrek would be as beloved as it was this year 'cause Shrek's it's kind of I mean, it's 12 years ago when we did the show. Is he still going to be beloved Shrek? And, oh boy, Shrek was beloved. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I was very, very happy, with the way the kids responded to the title.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of hesitation at some point because we were like, "Are they" like you said, "Are they gonna
Like,
like
I
this?"
was like, "I didn't think it's
Or
lame. What, Frozen? No," you know?
yeah, because there was kind of part of me, and I thought the same thing. I thought, "Oh, no, are they gonna just be like, well, this is kinda boring. Frozen? Like, that's the best show you could come up with? Ugh,
Right. But the
okay."
musical is good. It is good.
You know, the only live version of it I've ever seen was an hour-long version of it on the Disney Cruise Line.
But yeah, Frozen, it's a good show. Like, the junior show was a good show.
Yeah.
And so I'm really looking forward to being able to explore the full version of it.
It's funny 'cause when Brian gets excited about a project, that's when I'm like, "Oh,
Oh, yeah.
oh,
Well,
okay.
we're on to something.
Yeah, we're onto something." Like,
Yeah.
Brian's like, "Wait, okay, so, I mean,
What?
we've already started planning for what we're
Oh my
going to do."
gosh.
He's never a proponent for painting the stage, but he's already like, "Hey, I wanna paint the stage a little bit lighter. We're gonna
Whoa.
do video projections."
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff. He wants to start working on all that stuff when we get back in July, so that, like,
I
hey.
think anytime, everyone is excited about something, that's a good place to start from.
So what is the hardest part of saying yes to Frozen and no to the other show or any other show
Well,
that
I think, when you must choose, there's kind of that thought in the back of your head, like, "Did I make the right choice?" You know? Would the show have been better? But all in all, once you make a choice, you stick with it and it works out, you know? You just have to trust that it's going to work out. But of course, there's that little, man, maybe this would have worked better. You don't actually know because that's not the show you're doing. And
right.
so it's really pointless to take yourself down that mental path because that's not the show you're doing and it will be okay.
Something you said that it makes me laugh thinking back on it. I remember when we finally settled on Shrek last year. I think you were kinda coming at it kicking and screaming
A
because
little
I
bit.
know that Shrek is not your kind of, musical as far as
Well,
humor and
I found a soft spot in my heart for Shrek.
yeah.
It surprised me. It just really blew me away. So, yeah, I was kinda kicking and screaming. It was my suggestion. Like, I was like, "Let's talk about Shrek," and everyone was, like, so down for it. Like, the production team was like, "Yeah. Oh, yeah, that could work." I couldn't believe I was the one suggesting it, but, but it worked for us, and it was the right show for that time, and so all of it really is a walk of trust in the process and faith in your ability to make a decision and that everything's gonna work out. You gotta trust that everything's gonna work out. So, it did. and it was great.
I think we were all very shocked when that text message came through the group chat, and you said, "What about Shrek?"
Yeah.
Erica, is that you?
Yeah,
Did
that
somebody take your
yeah.
phone?
It was so fun, but yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I was kind of reluctant. I was like, "Is this the right choice?" I thought the kids were gonna think I was the lamest director ever. Like,
No.
Shrek? Are you serious? Hey, it was good. It was a good show, it was a good choice, but, there's always that anytime as a director you're making, a decision, you kind of wonder, "Is this the right decision?" But I've made lots of decisions in my career, and I've learned to trust that I can make a good choice, and sometimes you make the choice work when it's not necessarily working. There are certain things that you can do to make the choice work.
We talked a little bit before about the reveal, and it was a little bait and switch because I said earlier kids were kind of talking about SpongeBob, and typically I think every year the reveal happens at the parent meeting, correct?
The new and returning student and parent meeting. The excitement when we played that video. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
it was
It's
so good.
so funny. So, okay, you guys don't know, Brough came up with the idea for the Frozen video,
Yeah.
and he had already had that conceptualized, and once the kids started, it's like, "Is it SpongeBob?" And I wasn't even thinking SpongeBob at all, but
Especially after Shrek.
yeah, I was like, I would not do that 2 times in a row, but anyway, once they started saying, "Is it SpongeBob?" I'm like, "Oh, we should make them think it's SpongeBob," and when you added that SpongeBob part to that oh man, that was so funny.
Oh, they lost it.
The faces, there were some groans, but there was also some applause,
Yeah.
for SpongeBob, and I was like, "What?"
Well, and shout out to Jamie for having the foresight to film the
To
kids'
film it,
reactions
yeah,
because I
that was so
w w you
funny.
looked at me right after and was like, "Oh my gosh, we should
I
have
should have
recorded
filmed
it."
it,
Didn't even think
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Man, and some of the kids have their own reactions. They
Oh,
posted
yeah,
their
I've
own reactions.
yep.
So that was fun too, but you had to be there
Oh,
to
I
feel
was so
that shift.
glad.
And then like even before the song fully played all the way out and they saw it, they were like reluctant. We're not going to applaud
I think
yet.
until they saw the word
The Frozen.
"Frozen,"
Yeah,
because
yeah.
even, I think in the Rory and Madeline video, when I saw it, they're like,
Wait,
"Wait,
wait, wait.
we
Yeah,
don't
like
believe it. We
they
don't
don't
believe
want
it that
us
it's
to
real."
they didn't want to be
Uh
tricked.
But I
So
think something fun that you've kinda started the process of the last couple of years is actually not just saying, "The musical is
mhm.
blank."
But making it
Yeah,
special.
because like, 2 years ago, you guys did the was that for Footloose? You did, like,
Footloose,
the
we did a failed we tried.
oh, that was for the that was for the Music Man.
It was yeah, because I think someone came out with was
Something with the
instruments.
audio didn't work or
Yeah,
something.
it was but we
But
tried.
I think we're gonna I think we're gonna maybe move it to the high school, maybe, try moving that meeting to the high school.
Oh, yeah.
We need to get that on the calendar
That's
ASAP
true,
though.
that's true.
Which I think could little less crowded.
Mhm.
Standing room only this time,
Yep, it
which
sure
is nice. I
was.
mean, program's growing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I try to make it special for them because
Yeah.
I really wanna build, lifelong memories, and, that's the thing about the program and the kids, like, we really wanna make it special for them.
So 11 years of directing musicals and shows.
Yeah, but this is my 18th year teaching,
Right.
and so I've directed so many shows. It's crazy.
So what keeps you excited each year?
I love the art of storytelling. I just absolutely cannot get enough of it. I love musicals. I really love plays, but the art of storytelling is just so powerful. There's so much to be learned when the kids are engaged in putting stories that are relatable and that are special or historic or bringing awareness to an issue or educating someone or causing an audience to think about their own humanity actually that I love those moments. And so, yeah.
Well, and I think one thing we talked about before we started rolling was musicals are fun, but also like the flip side of that is like the plays are where the
A
meat
lot
of
of
it
them,
is. That's like
yeah.
that's where a lot of the
A
growing
lot of the
happens. You can
getting
dig into a
A lot of the
character.
training happens. I mean, musicals are a spectacle. I mean, they are just great. You got singing, you got acting, you got dancing, and there are moments in musicals, of course, where the storytelling is so super important. With musicals, a lot of the songs speak also, and so it is a different art form kind of interwoven with acting, then it has some different elements to it. But the plays are where you really dig into character, and that's where a lot of the work and growth happens with the kids. So I love all of it. And then
Yeah.
when I got to the high school, of course, directing musicals at this level is very different than directing musicals at the middle school level. It really is. Just the technical aspects alone are different. The numbers of kids on stage are different. There are some, I mean, basics are the same, but there are a lot of differences. There's a lot of different things to think about that I did not realize. So I got a really good education with Elf. With knowing I can't just like, oh, I'm gonna pull you from this and put you over here. Okay, no, and oh Lord,
Right.
that set off a whole firestorm. I did not realize.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what did you do?
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Okay,
because you got
you can't just
costumes
do
and
that. You have to have a meeting with 5 people before
right.
you make a change in musical. That's a crazy thing. It's like, and we're all just kind of doing our thing. And if
Yeah.
I just make a choice and I don't, let people know, and let all the people know that are affected by this one change, especially when you're dealing with a large cast, then it everything is, there's a trickle down. It's just, hey, so communication, oh, huge,
Yes. Yes.
huge.
Thank you for being so good at communication
I
because
try.
it's never perfect and it never can be or will be perfect because there's
Right.
just so many moving
There's so
parts,
many
like you
moving
said.
parts, but I think communicating with everyone is a huge part of it. So,
Well, and I think since you've come on to the team, I think the team has gotten so much closer. It's more to me of a family aspect.
mhm,
I I don't, not that we don't get irritated or frustrated because we will.
of
And I think
course.
several of the kids talking to the seniors have talking to them have said that you've made the comment. It's like, we're all like a family. We're
Mhm.
all going to have like frustrations, but at the end of the day, we're all here for each other.
Yeah.
And whoever picks up that phone or whoever calls, we're going to be there. We're going to do whatever we can to make it
Absolutely.
happen.
Right. Right.
So just like you coming in, bringing that whatever togetherness has
Yeah.
just been great. It's been fun. Like I said, musicals used to be one of my least favorite times of the year.
Well, when I would ask before I came up, when I would ask some of the kids about musical, there would be like this groan.
Yeah.
And that's not, as an audience member, that's not what I perceived, of course, because I'm an audience member. But I was just so surprised at oh my God, it's musical. What do you think? It's musical. And I was like, you guys aren't excited? They're like, yeah, but oh. And so I'm like, oh my Lord, wow.
Yeah.
That was an eye opener because I'm like, everyone's so dedicated to the art form that they, would do it year after year.
Yep.
But I just wanted there to be joy. Um, because why? Why not?
We spend so much time together. If we don't like each other,
Yeah,
what's
I'm
the
like,
point?
wait a minute. I can't work this hard on something if there's no joy. If I'm hating it, I don't, yeah. That it's just, I don't know. I just think if you're making beautiful art, then why not have a beautiful time doing it?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
not, I mean, like you said, everything's not gonna be perfect, but I want you to, I just want everyone to really have a good time as much as we can with the work. Oh, Grace and I, oh my gosh, we laugh so much because like when things start falling off the rails, we just look at each other, oh well. And then, and then we're both crying when it all comes together because we're just like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, they got it.
Yeah.
And so it's just, I think it should be a joyful process,
Yeah.
especially at this level. This is high school.
Yeah.
If we're doing musicals and we can't enjoy them, then something is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's always funny because I feel like every year we have that moment 2 weeks out and we all kind of look at each other and go, we have two paths. We're either going to make it or this is going to be
Terrible.
terrible.
Yeah.
Now, knock on wood, we always make it.
I don't think we've ever said,
We've
there
never
have
said we're not going to make
there
it.
have been some aspects that we've said, Oh my
Oof.
gosh. Yeah. Not like the show as a whole,
Yes. Yeah, the
but
show's gonna happen. The show's going to
yeah,
be great,
great.
just
Yeah.
not as
There have been some aspects where we've said, "Oh my lord, what is happening?"
I mean,
So even with like
yeah.
choreography, it's just been like, oh, just different things.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
Well, and I think Shrek was a very good, like, scale of that. 2 weeks out, the show was great. Had the show went up the next day, we would have made it. It probably wouldn't have been
mm,
perfect in our eyes, but I know that there were some musical parts that, Z
yeah,
was like, "Hey, if
yeah,
we don't get this,
yeah.
we're gonna cut it."
We had
Now,
to work for it. We had to dig in.
but I also kind of feel like that's kind of maybe what made this, in my opinion,
Hmm.
made the show so special.
Yeah.
Not that every show's not special, but there are those few shows that just, to me, for like, and I said, this is just my opinion, far exceed what I expected.
Hmm.
Newsies for me, like I always say, my number one.
Hmm.
I went into it thinking I was going to hate the show, hate the process, and it became one of my favorite shows. And I hope that at some point we're able to revisit that down the road. And I know Shrek, I was like, Shrek's gonna be good, Shrek's gonna be fun. But then, like, coming away from it, it could have been in a way personally where I was in my life, where Shrek will always hold that special
Yeah.
thing to me. But I mean, I say it's for me it's really hard to say because I loved Anastasia and I love the way it looked. So it's so hard to be like, well, Shrek's number 2, but Anastasia's number 3. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to, like, put those, maybe it's like a
I
tie.
don't rank. I never
I
rank
don't rank
them.
them.
I
I
mean,
try not to.
you may.
I try not to.
Because every show has something different about it that is just so good, and it's
Yeah.
never really like the same thing for every show.
And I think that's for me, like, I think I don't know what it was about Newsies. There's something that maybe it was just the cast. It was just that was so special that I'm like, "Oh, man, this one is like."
I mean, I wasn't around, I wasn't on the team for Newsies, but that is a universal response.
Yeah.
There must have been something special.
And I can't tell you, I can't pinpoint it. I
Yeah.
don't know. But like I said, Shrek was fantastic. Anastasia was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
that show was great.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Visually,
Stunning.
lighting,
It was
it
stunning.
was
Yeah.
it was just everybody killed it. And one thing I love before we kind of start landing the plane here is I love being surprised. I'm not in the audition process. I have no say in who gets what part, nor should I, because I just run sound for it. But it's so funny watching the kids come in, and you're like, okay, who's gonna step up? And
Yeah.
that was the year that sticks out to me. I was like, Braden, like, walked through those doors and was like, I'm gonna take this. Because he owned it. He worked
Yeah,
for it,
he
and he
did.
he did a great job.
Oh,
And
yeah. He
man,
did. He
because I
did.
remember hearing his audition going, that that was Do Rag Santa a couple years
Yeah.
ago. Like,
I do right.
okay, that was his nickname I gave
Wow.
him.
I did not know
You didn't
this.
know that?
No, it was the first time I'm hearing it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Was that the year before we did Elf and then Anastasia?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, that's Do Rag Santa. Yeah.
Yeah. That entire cast was really great, and, our cast was young.
Yeah.
We had a younger cast, that year, and so I mean, a younger lead cast. Ariana was beautiful and amazing.
Yeah. Will.
Will, yeah, everyone did so, so well in that show, and, what was, special to me about Footloose was that it was just fun, and, a lot of different kids were soloing in ways that you had not
Oh
you'd
yeah.
not seen that, because there was a lot of, like, little solos here and there. We had some kids in Footloose that had never done a show before, and so because it was so fun, I cannot tell you how many guys came up to me after Footloose and was like, "I came every night. I saw the show every night. It was
Yeah.
great. It was awesome. It was just fun." And so they loved that about Footloose. And so every show is a little bit different, but
Yeah.
I think all of them, stand out in their own special way.
Oh, for sure.
And so of course, Frozen will be no different. But I love the art of storytelling. I love musicals. I've watched them. My mom, we would watch musicals on TV when I was a little girl. Black and white musicals like Seven Brides for Seven Brothers and Singing in the Rain. Every time there was a musical on, she would watch it because she loved music. She loved to sing, and so did I. And I would just be her buddy. We would watch musicals. And I don't even know like what some of what they were about, but I loved watching people sing and act and dance.
All right, we can't do a Backstage with Brough episode without a couple of lightning round questions.
Okay.
Dream musical with an unlimited budget.
Oh man. I'm going to go ahead and say Wicked.
Had
Yes.
you said anything else, I would have been surprised.
Yes. Dream musical, unlimited budget, Wicked. We'd be flying all over the place. I think it's a beautiful show.
Yeah.
It's a great message. It's one of my favorite shows.
Do you have an underrated musical that more schools should consider?
Ooh, let me see. Not really. I mean, I like smaller shows. Like I love Little Shop. I think Little Shop is so fun.
We did that MBA.
Did you?
Yep.
Yeah, I really like that show. A lot of schools around here do it.
Yeah.
So it's not, underrepresented at all. But
Yeah.
it's we can't do it because the cast is so small and we have a gazillion kids in our ensemble.
Yeah. I think that's probably why BA was able to do it because it was a
Yeah.
or a high school musical, not all school.
And hey, I'm open to doing The Music Man. Dun, dun, dun.
That's been my
And
pick.
I have not, I don't know. Have there been any schools around here that have done it recently?
I don't think so. Do you have a go-to snack?
Yes, right now it is what's those gummies?
Oh, you talking about the Nerd Cluster gummy
The
things?
Nerd Cluster gummies. Yes.
Those are good.
Yes, those are great. And then I love trail mix and Dots pretzels. Anybody that knows me knows Dots pretzels.
Dots pretzels are.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite little lines from the Shrekmas episode. You get McGhee some of those little pretzels she likes?
Oh yeah. Cider. Yeah.
That was funny. I already know this answer, but coffee or energy drink?
Oh, honey, coffee
I
all the
know,
way.
I know.
As a matter of fact, I need to make a cup right now.
Early bird or night owl?
I'm more of a night owl than an early. I'm trying to be one. Oh my gosh. But yeah.
Summer or winter?
Summer. What?
Well, hey.
Oh my gosh.
Favorite actor?
Okay. I love lots of actors and actresses, but my favorite actress is oh my gosh, Meryl Streep.
Oh, okay.
She is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I also like Tyree Woodard. I also like you know what? I have to say it. I gotta say her name. I gotta find it.
Because if not, it's going to drive you
What,
crazy.
it's the black lady.
Not Audra McDonald.
Audra McDonald's amazing. She's an amazing singer. I have the T-shirt on.
I know. That's why
Gypsy was like blew my mind, but not everybody felt the same way.
it was a good show.
Oh, my Lord,
You can
stop.
just tell. Well, I'm just saying you could tell it was
Oh.
dated.
Oh yeah, it was dated. It's an old show. It's an
I guess
old
in my
show.
mind, I knew it was going to be old. I just didn't realize like how old it was going to.
It was like classic Broadway.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, for
No, that
sure.
was like I said. I love that I was able to like see something like that, and that it's
Mhm.
even on stage right now.
Yeah, it's amazing. Hold up, Lord, I can't believe this. Viola Davis.
Oh,
my Lord,
Oh my word!
isn't she amazing?
Yeah, I
She's
was like
amazing.
I was like when you
I
said
know. Okay, Meryl Streep, Viola Davis, Tyree Woodard, who's amazing. She's an Oklahoma girl actually too.
it. Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Denzel Washington is one of the most versatile, amazing, phenomenal actors. Actually, and also Will Smith. I love Will Smith's act.
I think Will Smith's great.
He is so incredible to me. Like he has range. And so I really enjoy that about him.
Yeah,
Yep. That's just a couple. I mean, I love a lot of
so many.
actors. Yeah.
Do you have a reality TV show you would go on?
That I would go on.
Yeah.
The Amazing Race, I think I would go on.
Oh, who would you go on it with though?
Oh, probably my bestie Twy.
Okay, how do you think
And
that would go?
we would argue, fuss, and fight the whole time. I'm so sure.
Oh man.
Oh,
Hold on.
We would be entertaining,
Oh,
just like
man.
bumping
Oh,
heads.
I can picture that now.
Oh my
Oh my gosh.
lord,
That would
it
be
would be horrible, but like probably the most exhilarating thing
that would
ever.
be okay, that would be so fun.
Yeah.
How do we make that CBS, how do we make
Do
that
not
happen?
know.
You gotta apply, you gotta apply.
Oh my
It's just like
gosh.
I'm forever going to say minus Survivor, but I have to apply before I can even be considered,
You should
so
apply.
I know, that's what everybody says. Okay, this is actually one I hadn't planned on asking this, but I've asked everybody so far. Out of the repertory class of last year,
Oh
if
my gosh.
somebody if one of the students could survive a zombie apocalypse, who do you think it would be?
Ooh. Um, Probably Zoe.
That has been the general consensus.
I think
That and Will.
Zoe, yeah, and Will. Oh yeah. Will. Yeah. Will wouldn't he would create a whole, yeah, communication system. Yeah, for sure. And Zoe would, she would be gathering flowers and herbs and
Yes.
knowing which ones you can eat and which ones will kill you. And yeah, so those two, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think a closing question here. If students and parents could understand one thing about how much thought goes into selecting a musical, what would you want them to know?
Wow. One thing,
Well, it could be more than one thing
let me think. I
because there's
want
so many
to,
things
so
that
many
go in.
things. The decisions that we make are always going to be in the best interest of the cast and the students that we have. Um, we are not casting shows for particular kids because that is not what we do. And that's not who we are. However, we do look at our kids and say, hey, this could work for the kids that have these strengths, right? And so we do have to consider that, or that just makes sense. But our shows are not precast. We want everyone to work hard and come back. That's why we tell them before summer so they can know, what we're doing. So if there's a certain thing that they want to, a certain role or place they want to go for, then they can go for it. They know what to shoot for. We want them to be informed. But ultimately, our decisions are made for in the best interest of the cast and the kids that we have, so that can have great experiences, so we can do what we do as Union Theater, which is have an amazing, spectacular show and give our audience and our stakeholders what they have come to expect from us.
Any shout outs before we wrap this up?
Yeah, shout out to the team, right? Shout out to the production team, to the directing team. I mean, we have a directing team and a production team. It's so crazy. All of the things that we have to do just to make musical happen. Brian Dale, shout out to Brian, because if people knew what it took to get that pit going and
Mm-mm.
all these channels and all oh my gosh, I've had such an education since coming to the high school doing musicals at this level that even like some of my peers that do high school shows, they don't have what we have, and they're not able to get the education that I've received over these last few years. But like, shout out to the team, to Jeff Spatz and you and Grace and Holly. And who am I missing? Oh, JT, and Tony Snyder, and I mean, like all of these adults and paid people that are here just to make sure we have an amazing show. Scott and Fergus, of course. So the team is incredible. Without the team, you I know. So without the team, you wouldn't see what you see
Nope.
up there without the team. And the team is amazing. I'm not like putting up a front. These are great people and we do really get along. And we are really like a family. It doesn't mean we don't have a sometimes a disagreement or just like something we need to work out, but the team is amazing. And so without the team, then you don't have Union Theater. And shout out to the kids. Thank you. You work hard. You go in, this is gonna be a lot of work, but you sacrifice the time. You make it work because you want that result. And it's amazing every time. And thank you, kids and parents. Yeah. The whole community, like, it's amazing. And then my family, who, like, they know in the middle of musical season, we're not gonna see mom. We may see her at 9 o'clock, It's okay. And my husband's like, "Well, your show's over, so I get to see you now." And I'm like, "Hey, honey. Hey, I live, I exist." But, like, who gives me the freedom without no, when I say gives me the freedom, I don't mean, like, he gives me permission and I have to say, Honey, can I do a musical?" I meant he understands, why I keep late hours and why I sacrifice so much. He understands what I receive back from it and that it brings me so much joy. And so he's an understanding husband. Never, ever, ever gives me any flack at all about like, "Oh, you were out till 9. Oh, I can't believe" no, none that is not an issue in my household. Now, we've been married for 7 years, I think. So, he gets me, he understands me. So, yeah, shout out to husband too. Yeah, Keenan McGhee and my parents. Yeah, all the people that, like, understand why I'm so passionate.
Yeah. Well, and shout out to you, Erika McGhee, for being an amazing woman and person and somebody I look up to. And
Thank you.
as always, you're my sister, as I say, sister from another mister,
Yeah.
or mama, whatever the day is. That's always the
Mama.
running joke.
That's
Mama
as
says,
the Infraregs. Yeah.
yep.
It's been a great ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the ride's not over.
No,
The
no, no,
ride's
no,
not even
no.
close to being over.
Yeah.
So I guess with that, we're going to wrap up this special summer musical reveal inside look. It's going to be coming out soon, sooner than later, hopefully. That just means I actually have to do my job and edit this quickly, maybe tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
So with that, enjoy your summer. Cannot wait to get started on the school year. Kickoff is around the corner. And then we got one act. And then guess what? We start on Frozen. And it'll be here so fast. And also over so fast.
Oh man.
One thing I've learned is to cherish the moments and live in them because you don't always get these opportunities again.
True.
So with that, again, thank you for joining us. As always, like, share, subscribe, share it with people that you think would enjoy it. And with that, we'll see you next time.